Welcome back to Cure for the Common Game. Today, in deck number 580, we're going to talk about Winota, Joiner of Forces. Now, I know she's done other things in other formats, but we're going to pay 4 mana for a 4/4 human warrior. Now, this is the tricky part. Whenever a non-human creature you control attacks, look at the top 6 cards of your library. You can put a human on the battlefield, tapped and attacking. It's indestructible this turn, but the rest of the cards on the bottom shuffle. So this is it's a super complex card that I absolutely love. Cards like this, it doesn't give you a clear path. You want humans, you want large casting cost humans and small casting cost non-humans, but you got to have that mix, right? Because if not, if you don't have the right balance, part of the ability is not going to work. So I'm hoping I got that balance. So the very first thing I did was I said, okay, I need non-humans and I want them to be cheap. So I went with low casting cost, like 1/1s and 2/2s. I wanted things that had abilities, 1/1 for 1 for first strike. This has actually got reinforced, so if you draw it way late game, okay. Sky Terrors flying in Menace, Segovian Angels flying in Vigilance, Goblin Champion Haste. I may have valued Haste a little too much. We're not doing anything until we get Winota out, right? So Haste on the 1/1s may not be as good as I initially thought. So, Rigging Runner with First Strike, Fire Shrine Keeper with Menace, Dustborn Sky Marcher, Flying. Sacred Cat is amazing because it hits twice. I say hits twice. It's 2 creatures on 1 card. So if they kill it, it comes right back. So that's kind of cool. Flameblade Adept. Bolmac Courier is, it's just a great card by itself. Torch Courier. Raging Goblin was kind of the first place my mind went to, and then it was Skirk Prospector, because, a lot of those little 1/1s are goblins. If nothing else, you can sack itself. Dragon Fodder, Rustwing Falcon. And speaking of Dragon Fodder, Raise the Alarm makes white soldier tokens. It does not specify they are human, so they are not. And the same thing with Servo Exhibition. It's kind of a weird line there that we want things that are not human. So let's look at our actual big humans we're going to be getting. Okay, we're getting stuff like... Now, keep in mind, humans, typically in the game of Magic, they are not... very, very large. And some of these I had to look up for errata on the older ones before they had creature types. We got Lena, Dearly Departed. This is not a human. However, the synergy with humans, an additional +1/+1 counter, I could not, ignore. Captain of the Watch. Here again, this is beautiful because it pumps soldiers, it's a big human, and it creates tokens that are not humans. Evangel of Heliod. Here again, big human makes non-human. So that's it's at least 2 for Evangel, right? Or, 3 because you've got Winota out. Staunch Defenders, if life is the way you need to go. Geist Honored Monk. This does everything you want it to do. Lieutenants of the Guard. Why not, right? Avenging Hunt Bonder. Double strike. Yeah, double strike counter on a... See, that's the thing. We are in the typical Boros era of... we're going to play dudes and turn them sideways. But what we're trying to do here is multiply, one attack into a whole lot of damage. and the double strike helps that. Adriana, Sir Alan, Mom and Dad Nalar, it brings into Thopters. Palace Sentinel, because we're playing Boros. We need to be the Monarch. Riders of Gavany, Fireflux Squad, Pillaging Horde, Gerard, Weatherlight Hero, yeah. He's kind of, this is our Wrath Insurance, I guess. Paragon of Fierce Defiance, Amprint Technician. Keldon Warlord's a human. Yeah. And the pair of Odrix. Now, this last one I want to talk about. All right. Changelings fall in a very unique place with this particular deck. There are only two types of creatures in Magic for the purpose of this deck. There are humans and there are non-humans. Since changelings are all creature types, all changelings are humans. They do not classify as non-humans. But because they do classify as humans, Mirror Entity is amazing. Can you imagine attacking, flipping up a Mirror Entity, it comes into play, tapped and attacking, and you activate it for, all the marbles? Oh my gosh. Right? So, yeah. Now, I don't have a whole lot of ramp. We've got the Soul Ring, Boros Signet, Bonder's Ornament, Key Rune, and even the Manolith. Card draw, we've got Tormenting Voice, Cathartic Reunion, and I'm counting Experimental Frenzy as card draw, because let's face it, it is. And there's a certain point in time, if we have no cards in hand, hey, there's no drawback here. And it gives you an out, right? 4 mana to get rid of it. Other stuff I didn't know really where to classify. Verge Rangers. Hey, this works. Resurrection, things are going to die. Double Cleave. Suture Priest, because another, creatures are going to be in the battlefield under our control. I'm thinking quite a bit. And then Ethereal Haze. Now, Embercleave struck me as, obviously, it's one of the most Boros cards ever because it wants you to be attacking with a lot of creatures. The real cost of Embercleave is just about 2 most of the time in our format. Double Strike Trample +1 is no joke. Let's look at some removal, shall we? We have, of course, Disenchant, Shatter, Justice Strike, Magma Spray. Hey, Magma Spray, I can't, not just because it's foil, but the Exile Clause I really like. Return to Dust, Stasis Snare, Path of Peace. Yeah, that's a Path of Peace. How many white cards to say destroy target creature, right? Oblivion Ring and Descend Upon the Sinful. Now we've got non-basic lands. Cryptic Caves, Evolving Wilds, Rogue's Passage, Myriad Landscape. We got all 3 of the white cycling lands, the desert, the meadow, the steppe. We have all 3, the desert, the cave, and the crater of the red cycling lands. The garrison, the crag, Guildgate, and the other crag, Vivid Crag. So that is Winota. Haven't had a chance to play it yet, but come on now. Super excited. I don't have enough. I remembered my soldier tokens, but not my servos or anything else. So I guess you can see I'm catching up. So that is deck number 580. We are done with that row. Got, 20 more decks, and then we'll be not only into that block, but we'll be back all starting all the way down there. And once this block gets done, we'll be able to, because right now when I randomly roll, I roll 3 10-siders. I have to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'll be able to do away with that and just use a 6-sider because I don't want to. When you're rolling randomly, I don't count blocks that aren't finished yet, because what if I roll a deck that doesn't exist yet? You know what I'm saying? So, wow, I'm getting close to 600. I know I've been doing this for quite a while, and it's still, there's sometimes where I'll pop through the door and I'll look at that and I'll be like, this is not normal. See if we can't focus me up a little bit. Well, I do appreciate y'all watching. We're going to try to bang out a deck a day because I'm not done with previous product and there's more product coming. So it's good times. Good times, a lot of decks. But right now I got to go to work, so we're going to shuffle and cut.